have you ever lent somebody money and they didn't pay you back?
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. Of course.
You said like it was nothing.
That's life now. It is. Yeah, it kind of is what it is. Once you lend somebody money, I learned that quickly. You just can't expect it back. Actually, I don't want to say that live because the people who do owe me money, who have had like recent,
pay me back.
Like
bitch.
I mean, I don't want you to think that I'm just okay with it. So yeah.
Welcome to Lip Service, Issa Rae, as promised. You know, because I want to say I do appreciate you for keeping your word on that.
Please, I was hype. I love this show. So thank you for having me and thank you for making it happen. I hate that it's this way. That was my only thing, was like I wanted to be there, but what can you do?
Girl, I booked my flight in the middle of the pandemic thinking I was going to see you. Angela was like, L'Oreal, cancel your flight. She's not coming. It's a pandemic. I was like, are you sure? Did you speak to her?
She was like, should I come just in case? I was like, first of all, Issa Rae was like one of the first people to cancel everything because they gave us like a heads up. They were like, it doesn't look like Issa Rae is going to come. This is before they shut shit down. They were like, it's not looking good.
Because it got too close. It got in my inner circle. Like when I was like, oh, my homegirl and my best friend got people like that are close to them that know. I was just like, I can't do this. It's real to me now.
Right.
Yeah, no, I feel you because I didn't know how serious it was at first because I was like in Detroit and it wasn't bad there at first. They were like, there's no cases here. So I'm running around doing stuff. New York was already kind of getting hit and I didn't know what was going on. So
well, girl, I was gonna fly into New York for you with all the cases and everything. Right, Ange?
And Issa, don't get too hyped because she flew to New York to get her hair done anyway.
But it was for you too. It was for you too because I knew like the following week that we had you. So I was like, I gotta look good for Issa.
It's a thought that counts.
Thank you.
And I do want to take a moment, though, just to say, you know, to just acknowledge George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery just because there's so much going on. And there's no way. I know normally this platform, you know, we just have fun and we talk about sex and relationships, but it is something that is real heavy right now. So I do want to make sure we do take a moment just to at least acknowledge that, too.
Right.
So
absolutely.
All right, so let's get into what's going on with you and Molly on Insecure, because I want to talk about you in real life and see what the parallels are to the show.
Oh, interesting. I mean, on the show, Issa and Molly are going through different seasons in life. You know, I think we watched them through the course of 4 seasons, essentially be the same in their respective fields. You know, I think Molly's always killed it at work. Issa's always been, she's, with the exception of, you know, the last couple of seasons, but to Molly, Issa's always had it together in the relationship department. Like she's never really had trouble with a man. She's known Issa and Lawrence to be together for a while. And so now in this season, we're seeing them kind of switch things up where Molly has this relationship that she's taking really seriously. And Issa is trying this new part of her career and trying to make this block party happen. And they're focused in different ways. But the issue is that they're seeing each other like longtime friends do through old eyes. And all of that has come to a head in the last couple of episodes.
You were kind of dick riding Condola. What do you say? Condola? You was dick riding. I was like, relax.
Here you go. First of all, Condola is amazing. If you have met another Black woman who's like killing the game and is doing what you're going to do and together, like, why wouldn't you jump on that? She's great.
And she was being positive and helpful too. Yeah. She was helpful.
But you was doing stuff like, but when you and Molly was supposed to meet up, like you can't force a new friend on somebody, and you was kind of like going too hard.
That's a violation. I think that you're right about that. That is my pet peeve. Like, if it's me and you, and if I say, hey, let's go to dinner or let's go to lunch, and I'm thinking it's going to be the two of us, and you bring somebody else, you're dead to me. Like,
I'm the queen of that.
No better.
I'm the queen of that.
You're Angela brings everybody.
Like, why do you without notifying?
Angela, come on, you turned it into a party. It'd be like a dinner.
I can't. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna lie, that's me. Like I have plans with one of my friends, and next thing I know, it'd be like 12 people. Yeah.
It's annoying.
No. That's a good note. I mean, we don't have like a friendship yet. You're gonna be my best friend soon, but never mind because you do shit like that. So good to know.
But it's always a good time.
I don't believe you. I would leave, so I wouldn't know. I would not stick around to find out.
Sometimes it's fun.
We'll go to the strip club again, you know, and have a good time and throw some money or whatever.
I went back to Father's office, and it was definitely more lit than I remembered.
I gotta go to the strip club with Issa and see how. All right, so we're gonna play a little game with you. It's kind of based on the show, and everybody's gonna play right now. All right, so have you ever had a vacation go terribly wrong with a bae?
Have I had Yes, I have. I have to go into detail?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you have.
It was just we weren't like on solid ground. We had just started talking and dating, and we went to Miami together. And it just, you know, we learned, and also it had been a while since we had seen each other. And I'm not gonna lie, I put on a little weight. He wasn't expecting that. And he was just an asshole, and it was just, we just didn't have the same chemistry, and I felt mad, insecure, of course. He was just such an asshole in every single way, and I ended up like cutting the trip early and leaving and going back home.
He said something about you gaining a little weight?
He was like, "Oh, you not." It was a colloquialism. He acted like he liked it, but don't comment on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and I didn't know that I had put on weight, but it was just like, nothing.
I hate when guys grab your fat rolls too. I hate that.
Don't touch
like what? You what?
Don't touch my stomach. That's my rule. Like,
yes,
my stomach. Don't do it. Just act like you don't see it. You're blind to it. Right.
But yeah, y'all stomachs is good. Like I'll be like, don't do that.
We've all been in quarantine. We all put on a little COVID weight. Okay, we've all been laying around.
Think about it.
And not moving around. And yeah, man.
And
I feel like that's their go-to place. I feel like that's their go-to place. Like they love to touch your stomach and stuff like that. You're like, come on, you know that I don't want you to touch my goddamn stomach. Like, not today.
And then you be trying to lay flat and suck it in like.
Also, don't lean on it. Have you ever, like lay on your stomach, lay on my stomach?
Like a pillow.
And it makes noises. Like I'm mad self-conscious. My stomach be beatboxing, and I do not like. Don't lay on it.
You be like, oh, it's just digesting.
It's just emotion, you know, nature.
They like, you hungry or you gotta go to the bathroom?
All right. Have you ever been a ride or die in a relationship, and would you recommend that?
No, I'm a rider, but I haven't. No, I don't. I'm not to a fault. No, I don't do that. I have sense in my relationships. I've never been like, I'll die for you.
Right. What do you think is the furthest you've gone that you had to look back and be like, Issa, now, what the fuck?
Probably like supporting a man in a way. I think that's the furthest I've gone. But like, no man has put me in danger. Like, no man has disrespected. I don't tolerate a lot of things. So it takes a lot for me to like die for you.
You never bailed nobody out of jail or nothing?
No, I haven't had any jail bays at all. I would though. Like if I fucked with you, I would. I don't think that's like it depends on what you did, obviously. Right. But I have no problem with that.
You definitely was a ride or die in the Lovebirds movie.
Yes. You didn't have a choice.
Well, they actually did, because the end is funny because it was like, sis, we knew that y'all didn't have nothing to do with it.
Don't give away the end if people didn't see it.
But it's funny. It's not even about the end. It's about the whole movie and how hilarious it is. It doesn't. The end is just a small portion, but it
be little things that's so funny to me, like little moments I remember. I think my favorite part, and this is one of my have you ever questions. Okay. Let me just ask you this. If you had to prepare for a role in a movie, do you like immerse yourself in the experience? Say you were going to be in a role where you had to have an orgy.
Would I like actually have an orgy for the?
Oh,
I absolutely would not do that.
That's some hell of a research.
It is.
about throwing yourself in the hole.
But I wouldn't do that, but I would ask people who have participated in them, and I would ask them extensive questions. I would go as far as I could without actually doing it.
That's the funniest part, I think, when they went to the, and you were like, are they going to call out more numbers? And when you see it, you'll remember that part. Okay, so Gigi, have you ever had an orgy?
I don't know if it counts as an orgy, but I've had like a situation where there was 5 girls and a guy.
That's an orgy.
Yeah, that's an orgy.
But we only had sex with him. He only had sex with one girl, and then the other girls were doing things with each other.
Were y'all all having sex?
During the time.
Were y'all all having sex?
The girls?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an orgy, Gigi.
Yeah, that counts.
Okay. So yeah, one time.
Or what's the difference between an orgy and group sex though?
Isn't it the same
I
thing?
think it's the same.
That's the same thing?
Well,
Okay.
It's an orgy when everybody is participating and it's like everybody's doing stuff with each other, and group sex is just like this person that, like here. And we're all.
Do you have to have sex in an orgy, or can y'all just be like, groping each other?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I think maybe group sex is just like
Actual sex.
in a group, and then an orgy is like everybody combining and getting it all in. Mm-hmm. Like no stop, whoever's with whatever, let's just do it. I've not done that.
Do you know anybody who's like a swinger?
Do I know anybody personally that's a swinger? I don't think so. Nobody that's like told me that. Maybe friends of friends, but no, I don't know any swingers. Do you?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like like before I got in the industry, that's all I heard about the industry was like, so-and-so swingers, so-and-so. But now that I'm in it, I don't know anybody who does it.
See, that's why I was asking you, because I hear that a lot too. I'm not like, in Hollywood at all. So I was just wondering, but you might also have taken a pledge to not tell us.
Illuminati.
I would have said that. Yeah, I'm in the Illuminati now. We have a code. No, I wish I knew like it was more exciting. But I also don't have a lot of industry friends either. So it's maybe that's why I gotta get in the know. Nobody tells me anything.
All right.
Yeah.
Next
group
question.
sex for you.
No orgies. Have you ever stayed with someone just because the sex was amazing?
Stayed with them? No.
Mm-hmm. Had sex with them?
Like,
yes.
Yes, absolutely. But no, I wouldn't stay. If that's all they had to offer, no.
How about like the airport guy? Like the TSA guy. Have you ever had someone that you wasn't necessarily attracted to so much that it doesn't seem like you're too attracted to him on the show, but you fuck with him because he fucks good and, he holds you down when he needs to.
I think TSA Bay was cute. I think Issa Rae was attracted to TSA Bay and he put it down. I think that his just lifestyle wasn't about her. Like he, had kids by different women or whatever. And that's just not, she also just wasn't, she's in work mode. So she wasn't thinking about like a relationship. But in real life, I don't, if it's a friends with benefits situation, then yes, absolutely. I would have no problem with that. But
in like a maintenance category. Like,
what does that mean?
It's an emergency.
Right.
Like
taking a glass.
Yes, exactly. When I need to have that handled, I'm gonna call TSA Bay. Like I look at him as one of those type of situations for Issa.
But as opposed to what? So does that mean like you're already in a relationship and then you're like, oh, I need some outside, or if you're like,
this is a single woman speaking.
Yeah.
As a single woman,
so he would be in a roster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't be the main. He would be like the main.
Why can't he be the main?
He has too many baby moms and too much drama.
Oh.
But he's such a rider because like he was there doing security at the door for you. Like
I like him.
I liked him too. If he didn't have that other situation, he could have been a contender.
But you know what this makes me question? Is Issa a user?
You did live at that guy's house for a while.
And
I mean, he offered, and you know, I think that she's just gonna take advantage of what's available to her. Don't offer if you don't mean it.
Mm-hmm.
But then, okay, because that's Molly's issue, right? She feels like Issa's character uses people. Can you see where she's coming from at all?
I can see that from Molly's perspective, she always witnesses Issa, like she always helps Issa get out of these situations. Molly is a ride or die person. And I think that from Molly's perspective, like Issa kind of lies and uses in a way. Like every single time that we've seen Molly roped into these situations, Molly might be Issa might be like the pilot, for example. It's like, oh girl, we should celebrate we should celebrate my birthday. Like, come out, you're sad, let's go to the club. And her intentions are always like, okay, let me use my friend to get into this club so I can meet this guy. Oh girl, Coachella, like we about to be lit, but it's my guy Nathan coming through, blah blah. You know, right. So she might be manipulative in that way, and that's what Molly has witnessed over time. But she's always been like, okay, Issa, I guess, you know, I'm here for you no matter what. But I do think that Molly is the type of, she's judgmental, and sometimes Issa is not trying to hear the you shouldn't do this, girl, or that's dumb, like, why are you doing this? So she might have to use certain tactics to rope people in. But I have seen, like, Issa has used Daniel a lot through the course of the season. But I think that's just because she might take him for granted.
You know, you got you did get a lot of backlash for, and on lip service, you got backlash too for it not letting come on your face.
Yeah, we didn't understand your problem with the whole
like, she gotta chill.
That's one of my favorite places for it to go. So the fact that you didn't like it, I was like, girl, why? It's better there than inside. Like, okay.
I think that she was dealing with an accumulation. Like, she just wasn't about that whole life like she thought she was. And it was an accumulation of what she felt like was disrespect. Things were not going her way. So that happening was just like, okay, Like, I feel like it got in my eye. Like, it was too much for her to handle. And, you know, she felt like it was vindictive. But I think she just wasn't ready to be about that life. But
how do you feel about come on your face, though? Like, the person you, Issa, not Issa insecure, Issa.
I'm not a fan of it on my face. Like, I don't like it on any parts of my body. I would rather it be inside at all costs. Like, I'm fine with that. Right. Like, I'm not about the oil of Olay. Like, I don't need it. And I have lotion. I'm good. I just like the separation. I don't
Let me ask you, you're a Capricorn, right?
I am.
So am I. So am I. We're Capricorn.
Yes.
What days?
January 3rd.
I'm the 13th of January. When's yours?
12th, right before you.
Oh my God, twins.
Okay, I sense a bowling party happening. Okay.
Let's go.
Bottles and Strikes LA edition. Yeah,
that's gonna be fire.
Listen,
afterwards.
We know you got that at Atlantic Records. You know what I'm saying? So let's make it happen. Mike Kaiser.
Oh, I do want to talk.
Y'all didn't hear her say orgies afterwards.
I heard it.
They're used to, you know. But I do want to talk about that with the label that you have with Atlantic. I think that's so dope because with your show, you've allowed me to discover so many artists. And there's even some artists that, like, I personally like that I know is still, like, on the rise, like Inglewood Sir, who you, like, showcase and stuff like that. I think that is so amazing. Like, what was your, like, how do you even pick these songs? How are you so good at picking these artists and these songs? You put me on to a lot.
I mean, well, thank you. I love music. We also have an amazing music supervisor, Kiera Lehman, who's put me on to so many great artists too. Like, for me, like, at the beginning of the show, I always said I wanted to showcase LA artists, I wanted to showcase female artists, and I wanted to showcase independent artists too. And, you know, obviously have my own music taste that I wanted to bring to the table. But we work with so many people who are passionate about music, like Melina Matsukas, who came from music videos, and Prentice, who's a showrunner, had a show called The Hustle about hip hop. And, you know, Raphael Sadiq composes our music. Like, he makes music from scratch for the show. He's so phenomenal.
So dope.
So like we just made sure that there was a team in place to make sure that the music was on point. And then I'm just always passionate about making sure the music fits every scene. So, you know, I'm taking a lot of the music that Kier gives me. I'm taking a lot of my own music and making sure like it's placed at the right places, because it has to have a very specific vibe and a feel, and that makes the show to me. It's part of the show.
That means a lot to those. That means a lot to those artists too.
Yeah,
it's exciting. When
they're dope. I'm just excited to feature them as they are to be on the show, and it's like a symbiotic relationship in that way. Like the episode wouldn't be complete without them.
I feel like we're getting cheated out of your raps. Like I know in the beginning we had so many raps and they kind of slowed down. What's going on, Issa?
You know, as Issa becomes more and more secure with herself and honest with the world around her, she doesn't need the mirror as much. You know, I think the mirror is a crutch, and we've seen her be in season 1 like she wasn't telling nobody shit. It was all internal. And I think the more she's able to rely on herself and like be truthful to the outside world, she doesn't need to tell the mirror so much of her business. But you know, we got a couple raps. We
still sing Broken Pussy. We just were singing it earlier.
There's some broken pussy experiences happening as we speak.
Right?
I had
word.
Right. Well, that was my next question. Have you ever had an accident or injured your vagina? You have, because I'm just now starting to feel better, so I'm comfortable talking about it now.
Not that's lasted like more than a day, but I'm definitely, yes, I have injured myself.
How? Yeah. Tell me how, and then I'll tell you what just happened to me.
I am not telling you how.
Yes, come on.
The person will know what I'm talking about. No, I'm not telling you how. It just has happened.
Someone that she doesn't want to give light.
Oh. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It was too big. It was too big.
You tell yours, Angela.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna tell you what happened, and I'm just now recovered. So this is like kind of gross, but so last month when I had my period, I was like scrubbing everything. I was cleaning with bleach, and then I felt
like your pussy.
What? No, I was scrubbing the bathroom.
Ooh, child.
You did not do a good transition. That was not.
Thank you.
That was not.
I'm just setting the scene because I would also happen to be on my period while I was cleaning.
Okay.
And
got it.
I felt like my tampon was slipping out a little, so I stopped and I washed my hands real quick. And then I tried to push the tampon back in, but I guess I still had bleach under my nail. And I burned the inside of my vagina, and I was in so much pain. And it lasted a really long time. I couldn't even put tampons in for the rest of my period because it hurt so much. But now I'm recovered because I have it again. This was last month. So I was so nervous to put a tampon in, but I'm fine now.
Ooh. You had a Donald Trump ass pussy. Injected.
I injected bleach in my vagina.
She thought she could get corona.
I was like, ain't nobody putting corona in here. But yes, it was a terrible injury. And I was in pain and I was embarrassed. Like, it was burning.
I'm so sorry. I feel it.
I don't have nothing to say to that. I don't know about you guys.
I felt very clean.
That's like, like when you nair and you get air inside of there, right? Has that happened?
I was gonna say that. So you know, sometimes like with the quickness, I've had to like just shave. I remember one time I was like, I have to go to a photo shoot. I don't have time to like sit and let Nair do his thing or get a bikini wax. So I shaved, and then whatever was done. And then the next day, I was like, okay, I have time at least. Let me Nair. My
can't do that,
of course.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Terrible. And I had a swimsuit. Matter of fact, it was for the season 2 photo shoot of Insecure, and I'm in this like bathing suit on like a thing, and I swear I was like, y'all, like I don't have I don't have any skin on my vagina anymore.
Wow.
But you know, it cleared up. It did clear up. Thank
God.
Terrible. Yeah.
I'm having issues because, the waxing salons are still closed. So I thought I could wax myself. And let's just say I can't and it doesn't work. And then I tried to shave. So then I got razor bumps and now I'm just a fucking hot mess. So no one can see my pussy for at least the whole entire month. I got to let everything grow back.
But just to be clear, Issa, they're in St. Thomas right now. Okay.
So you didn't have to tell everybody's business and shit.
Really out here.
Y'all posted it on the gram.
Traveling.
Well,
so what are y'all doing out there? Having orgies?
Though.
Yeah, we're having an orgy. Me and Gigi just finished talking. No. It's Gigi's birthday.
It's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Oh, it's literally your birthday right now.
Yeah,
it was Saturday. And we flew here. We're in a house together. She's actually in a room across the hall. And
she just brought me a drink.
Yep. And we're still quarantined. We're in the house. We're hanging by the pool. When we did go to the beach, there was no one else there. When we went grocery shopping, we wore masks. We're just
I'm staying away from her.
How many people?
Me and Issa don't buy it.
I'm staying away from
Gigi
because I heard her cough.
Truth.
How many people, Gigi?
5.
How many people were on the plane?
Yeah.
10.
The plane was definitely very empty.
Well, but Issa, to be clear, they live in Atlanta, and you see what Atlanta's like right now.
So we had to get out of that motherfucker.
I'd rather be here, okay, dealing with the madness that's going on in Atlanta because
I don't want nobody twerking.
When you come back,
going on in Atlanta. They're out clubbing. They're
never coming back.
They're at pool parties. They're just living life like there's no pandemic happening in Atlanta, and I'm just confused and I don't understand it. I was prior to coming to St. Thomas, I was in my house for 70 days straight. So
damn, yeah, I don't blame you
out there, and I don't want no parts of that. So.
All right, here's my next question, Issa. Have you ever lent somebody money and they didn't pay you back?
Oh yeah, without a doubt, of course.
You said it was nothing.
That's life now. It is. Yeah, it kind of is what it is. Once you lend somebody money, I learned that quickly. You just can't expect it back. Actually, I don't want to say that live because the people who do owe me money, who have had recent,
pay me back. Bitch.
I mean, I don't want you to think that I'm just okay with it. So yeah.
But you do in your head have to be I can't lend out more money than I can afford to not get paid back. Can you still be friends with somebody though when you lend them money and they don't bring the shit up again?
That's hard. I at least the people that I lend money to know that they do it, but I hate a pretending ass bitch. I don't
right.
you have to acknowledge it and then let me be oh, it's cool. Don't even worry about it. But don't assume that, I don't know.
I'm sorry, Ange. Does one of us owe you money? Because it sounds like she was trying that we forgot about. Oh, because she was saying it any one of your friends, the one that's above or underneath you.
I mean, if you want to give me some money, I'll take it.
No.
But I was going to say, no, because that's hard. Because, when you lend somebody money and then you see them doing all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Going to St. Thomas.
Bitches in St. Thomas. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Angela, why didn't you go to St. Thomas? Specifically for COVID? Or were you not invited? You all didn't invite her?
So I was all right, it's not L'Oreal's trip. But she invited me.
But didn't invite her.
Didn't invite me until I said I wasn't invited. And then they were like, oh, you should come.
Oh, yeah.
Gigi, why are you so quiet? Well, Issa, you see who the good friend is.
There's another part of this that's not on this call right now that she's referring to. And then, yeah.
Good friend.
Okay.
But aside from that, they didn't have a direct flight from New York, and I'm not going to I'm not trying to do 9 hours to get someplace that shouldn't take that long. What's your favorite vacation place?
My favorite vacation place has become a little bougie, but I like the south of France.
Okay.
South of France a lot. I just got to experience that. I got a trip out there for free for the first time, and then I was like, "Oh, this is about to be my spot."
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real. I've been there twice.
See, because you a rich bitch.
No,
I ain't there yet, y'all.
Me either. I ain't made it yet.
I went to the film festival. You went to the film festival, right?
No, I never got to go, but they have the other thing, the ad festival. What's the Cannes Lion? I went to that. which is like for all the advertisers. I went there with CoverGirl, and then I got invited to speak for something called MIPCOM. So both times I was like, oh, this is lit. And then I went there for vacation.
Okay. Well, if your manager or publicist ever can't make it, let me know. I'll work. I don't have a problem.
Or if you have room for a friend, because now we're all friends. So
we're all Capricorns.
Yeah, and you see how good of a friend I am. So don't invite Gigi. And look, I'm sorry, Gigi.
All right. Now, let me ask you this. This is also something that happened on Insecure, and I got to get your thoughts on this. Because on the last episode, right, Molly finds out something about Nathan that Issa, I don't think, knows. Or does she?
Oh, okay.
So do you think that, let's just say this, you have a boyfriend and a best friend, right? So your boyfriend's roommate or your boyfriend's friend is dating your best friend. If your boyfriend tells you something that's a secret, do you tell your best friend about the guy she's dating?
Yes.
Oh, well, it depends on, like, is it going to mess up their relationship? If it's something trivial, then no. But something like what you're talking about, only if it comes up. Like, if it comes up and she's, like, in harm's way or doesn't see it or, like, needs to know because she thinks it's something else, I'm telling her. And I'm going to be like, you got to act surprised when you hear it. Like, let him tell you. I'm definitely going to tell her if it concerns her in a major way.
Okay. But what if she's the type of person that will probably be like, Issa told me, because you know how you have friends that will do that?
We'll just run it back.
I'm looking at you, L'Oreal.
Okay, so let me say what I got to say about that now. No, but let me explain myself in this situation. I feel like if your loyalty is to me, if you're my friend, it shouldn't matter what the fuck. Like, you're supposed to tell me because you're my fucking friend. So,
but if I tell you, I don't want you to fucking put me on blast that I'm the one that told you.
Your loyalty's not to him, so who gives a fuck what he
thinks?
To
her boyfriend?
Wait, what do you mean? Because in my situation... Okay, so in the situation I'm thinking about what Ange is saying, like, it would have been my boyfriend and you would have told me something. So my thing is, your loyalty ain't to him. Fuck that nigga. You got to tell me. And it doesn't matter if I say where I heard it from or whatever. Like, you shouldn't be hearing that shit either. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like he's cheating on the both of us. So you should just be equally as mad. Beat him up or do something.
Lisa, you have a friend that you want to tell her some shit, but you know she gonna tell everything. Like, well, Angela told you. Be like, I'm gonna tell you this, and don't tell them that I said it.
Yeah, low key, I don't tell them anymore. Yeah, I don't. But in the situation where, like, that's my, like, I have a boyfriend and that's the roommate or whatever it is. In the Molly, Nathan, Issa, Andrew situation, I don't care. Like, if you're like, Issa told you, I'm like, I wish my boyfriend would try to come at me and be like, why'd you tell? I'd be like, because you told me it didn't matter to her.
Exactly. So that's what I think. I think, like, you should have your loyalty to the person, like, period. And they shouldn't be mad because your friend should be looking out for you. So if you tell something to your friend, how could you get mad? You're being a loyal friend.
But you know what the worst is? When you tell somebody something and they stay with him after you done told them some shit, and now you feel fucking awkward that I told you some shit that should have made y'all be
bitches always stay. Let's be real. Like, it takes a long time for bitches to leave. Bitches stay as the show, because you done stayed through some stuff and you even got forgiven and messed with some people again after cheating.
Who? Forgiven by who and who?
You went back to sleeping with Lawrence after you cheated on.
Lawrence fucked her and then walked out.
Oh, true.
Lawrence, yeah, they haven't fucked.
Y'all are flirting though. Something about to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like something's brewing.
And then look, I interviewed him the other day and I asked him, who did he think was wrong in the whole situation? Is it Molly or Issa? And he rode for you today. He was like, damn near like, fuck Molly. We're going to jump her. He didn't say that, but he was like, Molly's totally wrong and Issa's my boo. He didn't say that, but he
okay. Look at y'all put in one. Look. That would take a lot. Like, can you imagine, like, why would something happen right now? I mean, I don't know. It couldn't, but I'm not saying either way, but I'm very interested to know why you guys think that's the case. And I hope you won't be disappointed if it's not.
But to flash back to previously, I just wanted you to know that I wrote for you when you cheated on Lawrence.
She did.
I wrote for you. I was like, well,
Remember that?
I was like, in all fairness, yes, in all fairness, he ain't have a job in mad long, and she was taking care of him, and it was her birthday, and he didn't do shit. And
that was some
you know what I'm saying? All of those things can make you like, I don't know.
Has anybody ever forgotten your birthday?
Hell yes. Yes. It's like for me, I'm not very high maintenance in a way. Like or whatever, not even high maintenance.
She has a bottle of 1942 behind her, and she goes to Cannes. I'm joking. Go ahead.
And you see that light, girl? You see that light fixture? What is that?
Yes. I hate y'all.
Fancy shit.
What is that?
Wow, can I finish my sentence?
And anybody that got upside down wine glasses,
come on. Clink, clink.
Y'all want to come over? It's all for entertainment. That really backfired on me. Anyway, just don't forget my birthday. Is what I'm saying. Just don't do that. I don't ask for much. Don't forget my birthday.
January 12th.
That's right. Y'all go together now. Go ahead, Ange. You a good friend.
I'm gonna send you some shit.
I remember it because of you.
She don't know my birthday. She don't give a fuck about me. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I don't know when yours is, but I know hers is the day before yours.
That's
so
fucked up.
That's gonna be my new condola.
Oh, that's foul.
So what you do? So let me ask you this: how are you feeling though? Like, are you nervous to go back out? Like, what's the plan for you?
I'm waiting for everybody else to go out. Like, I'm not pressed. I don't have anything that I need to do. And luckily, a lot of our work and the industry is kind of becoming remote. I think that my only concern is like, I do want to shoot. I want to finish. I want to do season 5. I want to be able to finish other projects that I have, but it's just, I'm also not, if nobody else is working, I'm not working either. And if we don't have a vaccine and shit, like if I'm not confident, then I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
So
are y'all? St. Thomas.
I'm staying home. Only thing I do is go to the supermarket once a week because I got to get my fresh fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to do the Instacart thing, but they keep bringing me the wrong shit. So I go to the grocery store too. And we came out here, but other than that, I haven't gone anywhere but to Gigi's house because she lives close to me. We both live in Atlanta.
You're in St. Thomas.
Well, but when we're in Atlanta, I'll go to her house, like, little real quick. But other than that, I stay in the damn house. We both are working from home, just like you. Like we broadcast every morning for our shows. And I'm broadcasting from out here. So I'm scared, honestly, because the only thing that doesn't scare or that does stick out to me is that I've never seen Donald Trump or any of those people with a mask on. So low key, I want to look at it like, what the fuck are they just like selectively killing certain people and saying it's corona? Like, I don't know what's going on, but I would think that he should be the main one wearing a mask.
I think that he's just afraid to look weak, but I feel like they're protecting him or they have some sort of vaccine. I really hope that he, contracted, but I've given up hope.
That was my
there's just, the fact that so many other people have caught it in the White House, I'm just like, how is he avoiding it? Especially with being so stubborn, but they keep that man protected.
Maybe he put a little bleach in his vagina.
He put some bleach in his vagina. That's what did it.
I'm not trying that.
All right. So are we cool with Schoolboy Q or no now after this?
I feel so bad.
Man, we were looking forward to him at the Black Party.
I thought he was going to put him down.
I feel so bad because we wrote that, into the script, but I didn't think about like, when he get real backlash. Like he had no idea we were writing him into this storyline. We never said like, hey, we actually do it. So it makes him look trifling. So sorry, Schoolboy Q.
So people were upset with him for real.
Yeah, people were like, why you didn't go to Issa's Black Party? And shout out to him. He's such a good sport. He retweeted it like, wait, just keep watching. You gonna see. Right, obviously.
Like, no, we didn't see. So did Condola pull him? Did she like cancel him or what happened? Was that her fault?
That Schoolboy Q dropped out?
Yeah.
No. I love the thought process behind that. I think Condola was just like trying to keep distance.
Right.
You know, she was just like, we're getting too close, and I just want to keep this professional. Like, I don't need to talk to you every day. Like, Issa was texting her about castor oil articles, talking about what happened to Kel Mitchell, like the friendship stuff that she was going through. I still feel like she was coming through and doing her part to make sure that the block party happened, but I don't think she sabotaged.
Can they still be friends after this?
That's a good question. Would you still be friends with her?
I think that they should have never been so tight so fast to begin with. Yeah. It was just too many things. Like, this is how I feel, right? You can't really befriend somebody who starts dating your ex, because that's never going to be a real friendship. You can't even talk about your relationship
but she didn't comfortably. Know at first.
No, but I'm saying once you found out, like once that happened, that's a hard thing.
You're mean, Angela. They were already friends.
No, but they wasn't friends like that, though. Like, I don't think you'll ever be able to be good friends with somebody that's dating your ex, especially like a really recent ex. I could see if it was an ex from like a long time ago.
Yeah,
but she can't even comfortably talk to you about her relationship. So how can you be friends with somebody who can't even talk to you about the person they're dating?
But what if you think you're over the ex?
Issa, stop. We not even over him, and we wasn't even dating him. Shit. I'm like, please just fuck him one more time.
Bring that back.
Wow. He been doing his push-ups too. You know what I'm saying?
You find all the fine men up on there, huh?
I mean, they audition. They come see they're talented. So that is the priority first. Mm-hmm. You're talented and you look great. It just works out.
Also, Lakeith Stanfield, I think y'all two was so great together in that movie. And then y'all did a little flirting on social media. And I was like, well, that would be a cute couple. But then I was like, I think Issa's already taken.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Lakeith is a phenomenal actor. He is so handsome. He's great. And, you know, when you're playing a role with someone, you kind of get caught up. So we were doing a bunch of interviews, and he was just complimentary. And he said some things that I didn't know. And I was flattered. That's it.
Well, I do want to say, Issa, I be watching you on the show. I be like, she is banging. Just like beautiful outfits are popping. So
I know you're not like banging. Okay.
No, not like that.
Your boyfriend now, because she knows your birthday.
But even like your hairdos, like everything be so on point. So when I
go for these natural hairstyles that you got going on.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Felicia Leatherwood. That's my hairstylist, and she kills it. She kills all the natural hairstyles.
Okay, last question I have for you is about FaceTime call etiquette. Right? So when is it okay for people to start FaceTiming? Like, how far along do you have to be? How are you about answering FaceTimes? I saw even you were posting about, doing the Lovebirds movie and how you were glad that you answered that particular FaceTime call. But how are you with FaceTime? Like, what's your thoughts on etiquette with that?
I'd never used it before the pandemic. I hate FaceTime. I don't see the use of it. Like, I don't like surprise FaceTime calls. It just feels like
that's like a thing now. Like, instead of texting or calling, people will just FaceTime you, and I'm looking at my phone like,
just why? Why can't it go away?
Right.
It's useless to me. So yeah, I feel you on that, and it's just now I think you use it for family and friends to keep in touch and stuff like that. But I could go without using FaceTime for the rest of my life. Really? If I were in if it necessitated it, like if I were in a long distance relationship, or if I were, if I had a family member who was sick and I could never see her or something like that, then I would use it. But just to like kiki and be like, what you doing? Or, hey, let's go. Like, that's a phone call or a text. It's mad annoying. And I want to look good.
Because then you got to hold the phone like this from how long your hand hurt. You probably don't look, I never look how I want to look when the phone FaceTime.
Right.
And now I got to look crazy and hold the phone, and I don't even want to talk to you.
And then you in that little square and you're like, I can't really tell how I look to the other person.
Yeah. I think when it comes to friends, there should be a question like, is it okay? Like, you should ask for like FaceTime. Like, let me.
No, it's never okay.
I feel like
But none of my girls
first.
None of my girls do that though. It's always like dudes that do that.
That's
Dudes
true.
will like surprise FaceTime you or just, hey, and it's like, why would I
I
know?
don't get that we have to be FaceTime ready,
Right?
camera ready. Like they
You be
don't
laying in the bed like
on it, really crazy.
I call back. I'll be like, all right, let me get my scarf and my bonnet off.
My bad. I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, you gotta come up with something. I ain't even hear my phone ring. Shit.
you be like, you just called me. They're like, damn, you got a full face of makeup on in the bed.
They're like, why your lips so shiny? You're like, Issa, I want to know.
Have you ever done?
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh,
no,
so
you go.
I want to ask about the reality show that you have within Insecure. So I want to know if you're going to do anything with that moving forward. It's hilarious, by the way.
And see, oh my gosh, shout out to the cast of that. We always come up with these shows in the show within a shows in the writer's room, just based off of things that we're like really listening to, based off of things that we find funny and things like that. And so this was kind of based off of, we were all listening to true crime podcasts and noticed like in these podcasts, it's always like they're always trying to find a white girl or a missing white girl, and that is the focus. And they don't ever try to find us, they don't ever try to find Black women. And so there was something sad and darkly comedic about what that would look like, and that's what inspired it. But shout out to Terry Vaughn, to Ray J,
Yes.
to Portia, like all these amazing cast members who lent their talents, and that's always the fun part, is seeing who we could get to do these shows. She
said she would quit Real Housewives to come do Insecure. That's what she told me. She was serious.
Shout out to her.
She's like, yes, I'm sure.
She's mad talented. She had me dying. Like, her scenes are so funny. So I mean, I say look out for her. We may be releasing a little more.
Oh, that's dope. Well, we appreciate you for taking time, and we are going to do this in person. And trust and believe, Capricorn season in January, when we're able to be back out and about, we are going to do some type of bowling party, and you're going to have the time of your life with D-Nice DJing like we do every single year. So I'm gonna work it out. You know what I'm saying? And congratulations on all your success. A new season of Insecure is already locked in. Yeah. So we're hyped for that.
Thank you.
We want to thank you
guys
too
so much
for like even having a show that we can really relate to, because it's been a long time coming for us to be able to put on TV and see faces like ours and relate to things like what we talk about. Because even with lip service, we get a lot of backlash sometimes for like being so open about our sexuality. But the fact that we see other women, like you, that's doing that, it's very amazing to see, and we just will always support you. We've always loved you, and we want you to continue to keep flourishing and growing, because we got to, we need to see more of you.
Thank you so much. I feel the same. Likewise, like, I hope you guys don't stop what you're doing. You're so fun to watch, and I love that you have these candid conversations and have this platform for us. So thank you for having me on. I meant that I was excited to come on. And
yay!
I appreciate y'all.
Happy birthday! Listen,
enjoy.
I followed up. I was like, I ran into Issa, and she said that she wants to do lip service. I said,
we all started crying, girl.
Yeah. I had other people send emails. I did interviews. They were like, who would be your dream guest? I was like, Issa Rae, and she said she's going to do it. So thank you. And stay safe, girl.
Your evening. You too. A safe travels back, and see y'all in person.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.